Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the Tampa Bay Devil Rays traveling to Chicago in the first of a three-game series in the post 1961 Apba bats. Leading off for the Devil Rays, playing shortstop is Bartlett, batting second, playing center field is Upton, batting third, playing right field is Huff, batting fourth, playing first base is Pena. Batting fifth, playing left field is Meadows. Batting sixth, playing third base is Longoria. Batting seventh, playing second base is Cantoon. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Navarra. And batting ninth and doing the pitching is Shields. And the hometown Chicago White Sox, you got leading off playing shortstop is Anderson. Batting second, playing second is Orta. Batting third, playing first is Thompson. Batting fourth, playing left field is Quinton. Batting fifth, playing right field is Baines. Batting sixth, playing center field is Lemon. Batting seventh, playing third base is Ward. And batting eighth, doing the catching is A.J. Perninsky. And on the mound is Hoyt. Let's get down here to Comiskey, get this game started. And to lead it off for the Devil Rays is Bartlett, batting .250 with no homers and 4 RBIs. This is LaMARR Hoyt's second appearance, no record, with a 4.5 ERA. And here's the pitch to Jason. And that's going to be a 9. That'll be a ground ball. Now, fly ball out the Lemon. He makes the catch for out number 1. And BJ's up. And Upton's batting .160 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that ball is swung on and missed. That'll be his first strikeout for LaMARR. 1 strikeout, 2 down, nobody on for Huff. And he's batting .227 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. 1 out single. And now you got a runner down at first for Pena. And Carlos is batting .185 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Hoyt strikes him out. And the Devil Rays strand 1 to the bottom of the first we go. Tampa Bay, nothing. Chicago coming to the bat. Anderson, Orta, and Thomas. You see the team comparisons. Both teams are 2-5. Tampa Bay with 28 runs on 11 homers and been caught stealing once. And the White Sox 24 runs, 13 homers, and has 1 stolen base. Excuse me. And at the plate is Tim Anderson batting .286 with no homers and no RBIs. And this is Shields' second appearance. He's 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Shields strikes out his first batter for out number 1. And Jorge Orta is up, batting .286 also with a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to second, over to Pena for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first. Frank Thompson comes to the plate, batting .222 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Frank walks down the first with 2 outs. Just like the top of the inning, a 2-out base runner. But can the White Sox make it work? And Quinton's up batting .143 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's just going to be a pop-up behind home plate. Navarra takes the mask off, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the second with no score. You've got Meadows due up, followed by Longoria and Cantu. And Meadows batting .300 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit. See where this ends up at. And that's going to be driven into right field. And Baines gets over there quickly, cuts it off, holds him to a leadoff single. Meadows down at fourth, and Longoria's up now. And he's batting .276 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And here's the pitch. Do we want to do a hit and run here? That is the question. No, they're just going to let him swing away. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Anderson. Should have did the hit and run. That's a tailor-made double play. Pitcher's best friend. 6-4-3 double play. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on. And Cantu comes up. He's batting 100 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. He is 2 for 20. Both hits have been home runs. And that's going to be a fly ball. Let's see here. 18. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Harold Baines makes the catch. And that's a 1-2-3 inning after the double play. We go to the bottom of the second. You got, speaking of Baines, he'll lead it off, followed by Lemon and Ward. Harold's batting .333 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bartlett. At short, he fires over to Pena. And that'll be out number 1. And that brings up Chet Lemon, batting .120 with a homer and an RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Shields strikes him out for out number 2. It's his second strikeout of the game. Pete Ward comes up now, batting 100 with no homers and no RBI. That's going to be a back-to-back strikeouts, and that'll end the inning. The White Sox go down in order. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Ward to the top of the third with the bottom part of the order due up. Navarra, Shields, and then back to Bartlett. And Navarra's batting only .059. He's 1 for 17 with 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 24 and a 38. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1. So now the 1-0 pitch to Navarra. And that's going to be a fly ball out to the left field. Quentin makes the catch, and there's 1 down. And that brings up Shields now. And James looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 1 this year. And he's going to be 0 for 2. That's a ground ball down the second. 2 quick outs here in the top of the third. We're back to Jason at the top of the order, and Bartlett, he flew out his first time up 0 for 1. That's going to be a base on balls. So another 2-out base runner for the Rays. And BJ's up now. He struck out his first time against Hoyt. 0 for 1 on the game. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. And LaMARR's having trouble finding the strike zone here. But he bounces back in a 2-0 count. He gets upped in the swing and miss on that fastball. What about that? Reminds you of Linda Ronstadt, folks. That was a blue bayou. And he strikes up and out for the second time. To the bottom of the third we go. The bottom part of the order due up here for the White Sox. AJ, Hoyt, then back to Anderson. And AJ's batting .154 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And I tell you, pitchers are on today. That's 4 strikeouts for Shield. And LaMARR comes to the plate batting .500. Says he don't need no stinking DH. LaMARR 1 for 2 on the year. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Meadows for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the third. And we're back to Anderson. And Anderson struck out against Shields to start this game off with. And that's going to be a base on balls. Anderson gets on. Again, another 2-out base runner. Both teams getting runners on, but then with 2 outs, can they actually do something about it here? And Orte, he grounded out his first time up. And not this time. That's going to be a 14 and a 7. That's going to be a single in the right field. Huff does not have that great of an arm. On a 4, it'll be a 51. He's got an average arm, and Anderson's got great speed. And he's going to make it down the third with no throw. So now you got runners on the corners and 2 outs. And the big hurt, Frank Thomas, comes to the plate first and third. Can Frank deliver here and get the White Sox on the board? He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 55 and a 6. 55 and a 6 will be fielding 3. And that'll be hit down the second. He'll go over to second for the short out. And that'll do it. The White Sox strand 2. We go to the top of the 4th, still no score. It's nothing. We got Huff, Pena, and Meadows due up here. Huff singled his first time up. And he does better than that this time. That is going to be a base hit down the first baseline. He turned on it. And that's going to drop, and he's got himself a double to lead off this inning. And the Devil Rays got the go-ahead run in at second with nobody out. And the big boys are coming. And Carlos, he struck out against Hoyt his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. So now you got first and second and nobody out. White Sox would like to see a double play of their own here. And Meadows, he singled his first time up. Here's the pitch. And he does more than that this time, I believe. He squares it up, and Hoyt's having trouble here in the 4th. And that's going to be a double in the right center field. Let's see if Pena's probably going to stop at third. Yep. With no outs, that's just going to be an RBI double in the right field. And we got second and third and nobody out for Longoria. They are going to bring the infield in here. Try to keep this a 1-run inning. And Longoria, he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play his first time up. And that's going to be a 39. And the catcher, 61. That's probably going to be fielding column 3. 61 and an 8. Nope, that'll be fielding column 2. Fielding column 2. And that'll be a rare play with second and third on a 39, right? On a 39, yep. 63 and a 39. That's going to be hit down the first. Frank Thomas is down there. A 33 and a 3. And that'll be fielding column 2. And that with the defense back. Safe at first. One bad throw to the throw. Pitcher covering first. Runners advance 1 base. So that's going to be an E3 on Thomas. Runner's going to score, and now we got first and third, still nobody out. And the White Sox just finding ways to screw the pooch here. So first and third, still nobody out. And Jorge Cantun's up now. He's 0 for 1. They're going to play back for the double play ball. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Baines has got a rifle, or actually a cannon out there. Let's see here. Out the right field. That'll be a 49. 25. They're going to send him here. A 25, that'll be a 51 or lower. He's safe. Can Baines throw him out at the plate, folks? Nope. That'll be a sacrifice fly. That's going to put the Devil Rays up by 3. It is 3-0. A runner down at first and 1 out. And up to the plate comes Navarra. And let's see if the White Sox can get a double play ball here. Navarra 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. 61 and an 8. And that'll be fielding column number 3. And the only play for Anderson's over to first. Runner will get down in the scoring position now. And you got Shields up, trying to help his own cause. Already up 3-0. Shields is 0 for 1 today. Grounded out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. LaMARR strikes him out. But 3 runs come across. The Rays lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. You got Quentin, Baines, and Lemon Dew up here. And Carlos is 0 for 1. He pops up first time up. And that's going to be a 15. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Huff makes the catch. And there's 1 down here in the 4th. Harold Baines comes to the plate now. And Baines, he's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Meadows. So 2 fly balls, 2 outs here in the 4th. And it's up to Chet Lemon to get something going here, trailing by 3. Lemon struck out against Shields his first time up, 0 for 1. Not this time. Chet gets a hold of this one, folks. And that ball is blasted in the right field, off the wall. Baines has got himself a 2-out double. And now you got Pete Wood up with a runner in scoring position. Can the White Sox deliver here with 2 outs and get on the board and cut this lead down on a size or 2? Nope. It's a ground ball down the second. And that'll be, sorry, that's a fly ball out the short center field. Upton comes in, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. White Sox strand 1, still trailing by 3 as we go to the top of the 5th. Got the top of the order due up here for the Rays. Bartlett, Upton, and Huff. And Bartlett's 0 for 1. He has walked his last time up. And that's going to be a infield hit. So Jason gets aboard here with a leadoff single. And BJ comes to the plate. And BJ is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice in this game. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Baines in right field for out number 1. Let's see here. And now you got Audrey Huff up. And Huff's 2 for 2 with a double his last time up and came around the score. And that's going to be against a righty, a 17. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Anderson waits for it, makes the catch. Now there's 2 down. Bartlett still at first. And Pena's up now. He's 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out, yet to put the ball in play and came around the score last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and HOYT strikes him out for the second time. And Bartlett, with the leadoff single, gets stranded at first. We go to the 5th, 3-0 Tampa Bay. You got AJ, HOYT, and then back to Anderson. AJ struck out his first time up. Not this time, folks. He rips this one. That ball is hit into the gap out there in left field. Meadows gets over there quickly, cuts it off, and holds AJ to a leadoff single. And now LaMARR is going to come up and try to bunt him over to second. LaMARR is 0 for 1 today. He flew out the left. And that's going to be a nice bunt down the first base. Pena picks it up. He fires over the Cantoon covering first. That'll get the runner in the scoring position with 1 out. And now you got Tim Anderson's up. He has struck out and walked back in the 3rd, his last time up, and that's going to be a pop up down the 3rd. And Longoria makes the catch for out number 2. So it's all up to Orte to do something here with 2 outs. He singled his last time up. Can he drive AJ in here? And that's going to be a 14 and a 9. That's going to be a single through short in the left field. AJ does not have great speed even with 2 outs. Let's see how this works out. That'll be a 48 plus a 6, a 22. And you got Frank Thomas up next. Got better than a 50 chance of scoring. 44. I say they're going to send him 44 or lower. He's safe. And he's in there. So that's an RBI single. Gets him on the board here. And now you got a runner down at first. And 2 outs for Frank Thomas. Can Frank deliver here? And Frank is 0 for 1. He has walked and grounded out. And that ball is smashed in the right field. And that Andre Huff's going to pick it up. As Frank Thomas drives that in the, drives that in the left field. Drives that in the left field with Meadows out there. That'll be a 45 minus a 32 plus an 18 and a 31. They're going to be sending Jorge home on a 31. That'll be a 61 or lower. And that'll cut the lead to 1 if he's safe. 61 or lower. And he's in there. That's an RBI double by Frank Thomas. And now it is a 3-2 ball game, just like that. All this happening with 2 outs. And can Carlos keep it going here? Carlos is 0 for 2. He has popped up and flown out. Frank Thomas down at second with good speed. Here's the pitch to Carlos. And Quentin, that'll be a 15. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Bartlett's up with it, fires over the first, but the White Sox get 2 runs back. It's 3-2. We go to the top of the 6th, a 1-run game. Got Meadows due up, Longoria, and Cantoon. And Meadows is 2 for 2 with an RBI double his last time up. Here's the pitch to Meadows. And he's smoking hot today against LaMARR. And that ball is laced in the right field. Baines gets over, keeps him to a single. But Meadows is now 3 for 3. Longoria comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. He grounded out into a double play, a 6-4-3 double play, and reached on an error. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Baines. He gets to this one, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 1. And Jorge Cantoon comes up, and he is 0 for 1. He did have a sacrifice fly his last time up. And he gets a hold of this, blast that ball into left field. And Quentin's out there. He's got a damn good arm. See if he's going to try scoring Meadows from first. 35, 13, 23, and they're going to send him. You got Navarre due up next, so they're going to send him. That'll be a 45 or lower. He'll be in there. And a 43, and they put the tag on him, and they say he's safe. And AJ's jumping up and down. That's an RBI double. That makes it a 2-run ball game again, folks. And AJ swears he was out. But now you got a runner down at second. There's still only 1 out. And Navarro is 0 for 2. He is flown out and grounded out. And he gets a hold of this. And against the righty, that'll be a 17, and that's going to be a single into. That'll be a single into right field. Yep, a single into right field. Sure is. And then see if he's going to score and get those 2 runs right back. That'll be a 46 minus a 37 plus a 15, a 24. What the pitcher do up, you got to send him. That'll be a 46 or lower. Can Baines throw him out at the plate, folks? And he does. What did I say? What was it? A 24? A 24 and a 46. And he is out of there. 46 or lower. No, he's in there barely. And again, AJ swears he's out. This umpire calls him safe on a 46. And hey, AJ is homping mad, folks. Homping mad. Another close play at the plate, and it goes Tampa Bay's way. And all of a sudden now it's back to a 5-2 ball game. They're leading by 3 after just cutting the lead to 1. And Shields is up now. He's going to try to bunt LaMARR over to second with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Shields, and that's going to be 2 strikes on him. They're going to keep the bunt sign on. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and he bunts, fouls it off, and strikes out for out number 2. And Bartlett's up now with Navarro still down there at first. And Bartlett's 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's going to be a hit by pitch. Marr nails him. I don't know if that's a frustration or not. But now you got runners at first and second. Up and 2 outs. And BJ's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Jorge goes the short way over to second, and that'll end the inning. But the Rays score 2 and make it a 5-3 game as we go to the bottom of the 6th. You got Baines, Lemon, and Ward due up here. Harold's 0 for 2. Can he get on and get something started? And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. So Harold starts it off with a single in the right. And that'll bring up Chet Lemon. And Lemon, he is 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up. Can he do it again here? Maybe drive Harold in as we drop the dice. And that's going to be a runner on first, a 7. That'll be a 16. That's going to be a single in the left field. And Baines is going to stop at second, back-to-back singles. And now the tying run comes to the plate, and Pete Ward. And Ward's 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. And that'll be a re-roll by here. And that's going to be too shallow for Baines to tag up. So that's going to be out number 1. And AJ is up now. And AJ is 1 for 2. He singled and came around the scores last time up. And that's not what he wanted. That's a ground ball down the second. And that's going to be the old 4-6-3 double play. And that's going to end the inning. And the White Sox strand 1. It's 5-2. We go to the top of the 7th. You got Huff, Pena, and Meadows due up, trying to get LaMARR through this inning. He's due to lead off the bottom of the 7th. And Huff is 2 for 3 with a double in this game. And that's going to be +1 of 17. And that's going to be an infield hit. Huff's aboard here with an infield single. That brings up Pena now. And Carlos is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice and walked. Here's the pitch from LaMARR. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that comes back to strike him out. He gives him the hat trick as LaMARR with his 7th strikeout of the game. 3 of them's been Carlos Pena. Now there's 1 down and Meadows is up, and Meadows has gotten LaMARR's number. He's 3 for 3 with an RBI double in this game, folks. And this is the first time he's gotten him out. 35 and an 8. That'll be fielding column number 2. And that's going to be, they're going to get the runner out at second on the 6-4 put out. But Meadows is down at first now with 2 outs. And Longoria is up. He's 0 for 3 today. He did reach on an error once. Here's the pitch to Longoria. And that's a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. And now to win the 7th, we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 5-2 Tampa Bay. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for LaMARR. Down by 3. See who's going to come out of the dugout here. Pitch hit against Shields. I think all the lefties are in the game. Now we got 2. We got Ray Dorm, who's going to come off the bench. So Ray will come off and bat left-handed here. See if he can get on. White Sox need some base runners, down by 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. And Ray's batting 176 with no homers and no RBI. And that's going to be against the righty, a 16. And that's going to be popped up down the second. He gets under that. And Jorge makes the catch for out number 1. Just missed it, folks. Ray Dorm just got under that one. Now we're back to the top of the order, and Anderson, he's 0 for 2 today. And not now. He squares this one up. And how big was that? Getting under that one. And that ball is blasted in the right field. And Anderson's got himself a 1-out double. And Orte comes up now with a runner in scoring position. And 1 out. And he is 2 for 3, having a nice game here against Shields. Can he deliver here? With 1 out and a runner at second, trailing by 3 in a 5-2 ball game. That's going to be a 14 and an 8. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Huff makes the catch. 36 and a 1. And that'll be fielding column 3. And let's see here. That'll be a 37. 25 or lower. He's going to try to get down to third. 25 or lower. 51. 51 or lower. He makes it to third. And he's down at third, 90 feet away now on the fly ball out the right. So you got a runner down at second. And now you got runner at third. And Frank Thomas is up. Let's see if Frank can deliver. He's already got an RBI double his last time up. Here's the pitch to the big hurt. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And nope, that's going to be a 23 and a 2. That's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Shields got it, tosses it over to first. And Anderson gets stranded at third. We go to the top of the eighth. It's still a 5-2 ball game. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Got the righty, a switch hitter, and probably going to be a pitch hitter for Shields. Let's see the bench here. So I think Jones is coming out of the bullpen here. So Jones is going to come in the game. Try to keep us a 3-run game. Where's Nate at? And there's Jones on the jukebox. And this is Jones' third appearance. And no record with no ERA. He's got the bottom third of the order due up. Cantone, Navarra, and probably a pitch hitter for Shields here. Here's the pitch to Jorge. And that's going to be against the righty, 16. And that's going to be an infield hit as Jorge gets aboard here with a lead-off single. And Navarre is up now. And Navarre is 1 for 3. He singled and drove in a run his last time up. And that's going to be a tailor-made double play down the short. Anderson's up with it. 6-4-3. Pitcher's best friend. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on. And that will be it for Shields. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here. And Mr. Morrison's coming off the bench. See if he can get aboard here with 2 outs. So Logan's coming off the bench. And Morrison is 0 for 2, looking for his first base hit of the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jones strikes him out. That ends the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 8th in a 5-2 ball game. Let's see who's going to come in here to pitch for the Rays. You got the righty, a lefty, and a righty due up. Now, Ray's got a good bullpen, that's for sure. And let's see. They're going to go with Hernandez to get them through this 8th inning. So Hernandez is going to come out of the bullpen. Try to keep this a 3-run game. And he'll be facing Quentin, Baines, and Lemons. Carlos is 0 for 3. Hernandez, this is his 3rd appearance. He's 0-1 with a 13.5 ERA. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Huff. He makes the catch for out number 1. And Harold Baines now steps into the box. He's 1 for 3, singled his last time up. And that's going to be a +1, a fly ball out to left field. And Meadows makes the catch for out number 2. So Now there's 2 outs. They like to get some runs here in the 8th. Not have to try to score all 3 of them in the night. Chet Lemon's having a nice game. He is 2 for 3. He has doubled and singled his last time up. And that's not going to get it done. That's a swing and a miss. Hernandez strikes him out. To the top of the 9th we go in a 5-2 ball game. And the top of the order due up here for the Rays. Bartlett, Upton, and Huff. See Chicago's upcoming schedule. They got 2 more games here in Chicago against Tampa Bay. Then they go on the road to Baltimore to take on the Orioles. And Bartlett 1 for 2. He's been hit by pitches last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. That'll be an easy play for out number 1. And now BJ comes to the plate. And BJ's 0 for 4. He has struck out twice, flown out, and grounded into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank. He'll take it himself for out number 2. And Audrey Huff is up. And he is 3 for 4. He has a double and came around to score back in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Baines waits on it, makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes the Rays. We go to the bottom of the 9th. White Sox need 3 runs to keep this game alive. And that's going to be it for Hernandez. And they're going to bring on the big boy here. What they got? They got the lefties coming up. So they're going to bring in Howe against these lefties. J.P. Howe's going to come out of the bullpen. Face these lefties. But if they do that, let's see here. They're probably going to take the lefties out of the game here. Now JP's going to come in, and they're probably not going to take the lefties out. So JP's going to come in here. Howe is. And he's going to try to close this game out with these lefties in the ball game. So JP, this is his 4th appearance of the year. He's 0-1 with a 21.6 ERA. He's got Ward due up, AJ, and then a pitch hitter for Jones. And Pete's 0 for 3. Can he do something here? And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Jorge's going to boot that. That's an E4. And the leadoff batter gets aboard, and Howe's shaking his head, folks. That'll bring up AJ now with a runner down at first and nobody out. AJ is 1 for 3. Can he do it this time, folks? And nope, that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Upton in center field for out number 2. Out number 1. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Jones. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here against Howe. And I think Paul Konorko is going to come off the bench here. Might even be Dye. Yep, Jermaine Dye might come off the bench. Yep, Jermaine Dye is going to come off the bench. Dye is going to try to get into this one and cut into this lead. Jermaine Dye coming off the bench. And Dye is struggling, folks. He is 0 for 14. Can he deliver here with his first hit of the year? Here's the pitch to Dye. And nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss, and he's still struggling. They're trying to give him every opportunity as David joins us here to get out of this slump. So now there's 2 down, and it's up to Anderson. And Tim is 1 for 3. He has doubled his last time up. Can he do it again here? And that's going to be against the 21 with a runner on first. That's going to be a pop up down the third. Longoria waits for it, makes the catch, and that's your ball game, folks. Tampa Bay wins this one 5-2. White Sox keep struggling. Go here to the box score. And the Devil Rays 5 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. The White Sox 2 runs, 8 hits and 1 error. BJ Upton, I'm sorry, Andre Huff with 3 hits. Meadows with 3 hits. So 6 out of the 10 hits was those. And Jorge with 2. They was 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Left 7 men on base. And Jorge Orta with 2 hits. Chet Lemon with 2 hits. White Sox were only 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position, left 8 men on base. And Shields picks up his first win. He's 1-1, 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 4. Hernandez comes in 1 inning, struck out 1. And J.P. Howell gets his first save of the year, 1 inning and 1 strikeout. LaMARR Hoyt goes to 0-1. 7 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 8. Jones comes in 2 innings, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout. Let's take a look at the American League standings and leaderboard. And the Yankees are 5 games up on the Blue Jays. Red Sox 5.5. Tampa Bay now 6 back along with Baltimore. In the East with that win. And out in the Central, the Tigers are a half a game up on KC. Indians a game back. The Twins a game and a half. And with the loss, the White Sox are now 3.5 games back. And out West, the Rangers 2.5 games up on LA. Seattle's 3 games back, and the A's 4. And Vernon Wells is leading the American League with a .344 average. And you got 3 batters, Abreu, Maris, and Ramirez with 5 homers, and Roger Maris with 13 RBIs. And right now, the ERA leader still at 0. And you got 9 pitchers with 2 wins on the year. And you got JJ with the Mariners with 4 saves on the year, leading the American League. And you got Derek Jeter leading in the MVP voting, and the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford's, leading in the Cy Young. Oh, it's all right, David. Not a problem, bud. Like they say, these videos, they don't go bad. Always watch it later. And let's see. Well, the next game will be the game number 2 of this series. Let's look at the pitch and matchup for game number 2. It's a 3-game series here in Chicago. And it's going to be Mr. Matt Moore going up against Tommy John for the White Sox. See how that works out. Nice pitching matchup there. I want to thank David for joining us here. If you're new to the channel, folks, hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you a dime. It's free. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button. It helps the channel out. Until next time, y'all have a great day and take care.